Well, when I gave my first concert in New York at the famous Carnegie Hall, and well, that's where many of the artists performed. And at that time I was 19 years old, and well, it was a thrilling experience. And then, if I might say, that was there was more than that, just only a big one, but another one when I played in Vienna, in another beautiful hall, which is all adorned by gold painted, and the acoustics were beautiful. That I played with the symphony orchestra in Vienna. But another thing that might have changed the course of my life was when my family, and especially, decided to return to the Philippines. And that is where, instead of embarking on a tour of Europe and America, staying in hotels, I felt that by doing something for the country, by arranging concerts in many places, the Philippines, expose our people to fine music. I felt it was a more lasting experience because we were here to touch the heart of our people. Well, if we will say, when we were in Manila when the war broke out in my family, and so until we were there when Bataan fell and Corridor was being bombed and seized from the apartment overlooking Manila Bay. And after a few months, after the Japanese occupied the Philippines, we decided to return to to Negros, that's where I'm from, Fabrica or Sagay. We took a sailboat. No engines, except we just depended on the wind, and it took us 7 days, day and night. And when we arrived, we landed in Cadiz. We learned that our ancestral home is Paraon. My grandparents, that's where I was born. The Japanese had already occupied the entire community. And, well, as you know, it's war, and, well, just like any army, they're trying to be tough. And, but this is where we noticed the changes. When they learned, when they saw a piano, some of the soldiers, they started playing the piano, playing Beethoven, he played some classical harmonies. And so, what else could we do but we played? And that was a wonderful transformation. And really what had an effect. It saved lives. I consider it a job, but well, if I might say, it's not easy to contact many professionals in some parts, or even the city. You have to. It's just like selling insurance. I don't know how I managed. And when I was in summer, I was traveling dusty roads. Then I approached the father, the priest. He just kept quiet. What he did was get the violin and said, play. They couldn't believe I was GILOPEZ Kabayao. Well, I got the concert, and so this time a band met us, and oh, we had a beautiful concert. I played in cockpits, so see. So there was one kid who had no money. Oh, what do you have? A slingshot. I said, give me your slingshot. I mean, that's just one of those things. And then, oh, they enjoyed, they were all perched on top of a tree. Of course, I returned the slingshot. But to them, for them to write their comments, that's more than the gold they ever have. Well, when it comes to support, monetarily, I cannot do anything. But again, we go back. If the youth, our youth is exposed to classical music, then and learn how to pay, then the future artists can make a living because there's an audience, right? So that's one way of supporting them. If I open a school of music, well, you'll produce more jobless musicians, no audience. And you know how it is to make a career of some talents. We have so many talents here. We lack teachers. So that's one way of supporting the community. And then once you've convinced the youth, then they'll tell the parents, we enjoy. But young people, give yourselves a chance. If there are any, well, here in Iloilo, there's not much, but one place you can learn many things. And then, like plays, I mean, we have presented plays here. The more you are exposed, the more you become choosy. You already know what to listen. Same in classical music. So, of the day will come, then we can have many artists give concerts. You don't have to sell tickets anymore. They will come. And so that answers, I hope that answers. Get stuck with other interests, because your studies is very important. See, we have so many jobless ones, and we have to maintain high standard. So I might say your school is a very good school.